Trust is one of the hardest things to get. It's not that you're not good at what you actually do. It is that some people take longer to actually trust you. You're not even getting a shot. It is just simply trust. Trust is one of the hardest things to get, especially if the person on the other side has gone through it before. Maybe they had a bad boyfriend, maybe they had a bad girlfriend, maybe they had a bad boss. Maybe they hired somebody that promised the world and the sky and great results, and they simply ghosted them. And it's the same with clients. It's not that you're not good at what you actually do. It is that some people take longer to actually trust you. And here's the thing. If trust isn't there, it is not just about the people not replying. It is that you're not even getting a shot. You're not even part of the decision. And that's what actually stings the most. You don't even realize what's even happening. So if you've been thinking, maybe it is my prices, maybe it is my offer, maybe it is me. Well, let me tell you, it's probably not. It is just simply trust. And we're going to talk about it now. Trust is not neutral. People aren't starting at zero with you. They're starting with a -10 because they've been burned before. And maybe they've had bad coaches and bad services and bad promises. Some of them trusted the people that actually ghosted them. Some of them bought a program that actually promised the world and the sky and the miracles that they're gonna deliver, and nothing. So when they find you, they're not thinking, whoa, a new solution. They're thinking, is this another person who is going to waste my time and my money? Really? And if you're sitting quiet hoping they'll feel your good intentions, let's be real. Silence isn't neutral either. Silence sounds like she's hiding something. Right? So yeah, you are not starting fresh. You are starting with people looking at you like, what's the catch? What's the thing? And like it's like kind of like dating when you're in your 30s that, everybody has their own little baggage and no one trusts easily and the bar is really underground. So even when somebody like actually DMs you and they didn't reply for a week and they're, yeah, you didn't think, oh, you're busy. No, you thought, whoa, how rude. Why didn't actually, respond? That goes the same with big brands. It's the same thing. And let me tell you, trust online dropped 30% post pandemic, not because people are mean or they're bad or anything that you want to assume or anything. No, because they got tired of getting scammed. So people don't buy because you explain it better. They buy because they believe you. That you can explain what you do for hours. You can actually outline everything in every single feature and every step and every bonus call. But if the person listening to you doesn't believe you are the one who can actually help them, all the details in the world won't change their mind, unfortunately. And think about it. Like, we don't buy insurance because we understand it. We buy it because we believe it will be there when we actually do need it. Same with service-based businesses. Like your ICA, your ideal potential client, right? Isn't comparing line by line or asking themselves, do I trust you to waste my time and my money? No, that's what they're actually doing. So now your brand is telling a story, even when you're not talking. Silence needs a message too, because yes, when you're silent and you're off to work, your stuff, like your brand, is out there. So your message needs to also speak when you're even silent. And the brain actually feels like, well, we're built to fill in the blank and assume. And let's be honest here. We don't assume with kindness. We actually assume with suspicion. We're always thinking if you're not showing up, your audience isn't thinking, oh, they must be really busy with clients. No, they're probably wondering if your business is still alive. Plain and simple. Because in today's world, people don't give the benefit of the doubt. They actually assume the worst. I know we do that every single day. Like, no news equals bad news in business. So think about the brands that you actually love. If they disappear, you notice. You simply notice that they're not there. You start wondering, like, are they bankrupt? What happened to them? Like, the same thing is here. If you're not visible, you are actually invisible. So people put what we actually do not do and do not say and do not communicate, they put us, and that is something that we've been doing for years and years. We put people in a box. You are from the right, you are from the left. That's they're flaky, or they're slow, or they're not serious. If you don't control the story, they actually will. So you need to take the narrative of your brand into your own hands, because if you let other people assume what the hell you're doing in your business, then we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Now, when people are deciding if they want to trust you, they don't look at your best post or the best caption that you probably thought that you nailed, which you probably didn't, because it is what it is, right? They're looking at the pattern. There's they're asking themselves, are you still there? Are you consistent? Do you show up when it's not the high season? Do you show up when it's the low season? Like, why are you really looking for me to be and work with you? Like, believe me, people think these sort of things. You might be shocked in thinking all these sort of things. Yes, they actually do think a lot about these things, unfortunately. So trust is built in the boring little moments in our business, not just when you need something from them, because people actually can smell all of that. So it is like, that kind of like gym guy that comes into the gym and slowly shows up on January and like, oh, I'm going for it. And then you don't ever see them again. And you're like, okay, we notice, we see you. We know what's happening, right? Like, think about your favorite brands as well. It is not that you post and then and that post simply just got you. It is the fact that they keep showing up even when no one is clapping. So they're still there. You see them, like Nike or any big brand that you know that you love and you trust. You see them because they're always there. And when they're not there, you're like, what happened? Right. Okay. Now, the brands people trust the most are the ones that actually see the most. So the more they see them, the more they trust them, right? Not because they shout the more. It's because they stay. They're right there in front of them every single day that they're scrolling or getting ads or anything. They always see them. So people can actually smell when you are performing when it comes to trust, when you're too polished or you are too perfect, or let me look trustworthy. Oh God, it actually backfires every single time. And real trust isn't loud. It's built quietly, and it's by solving real problems that your ideal potential clients have at that moment, and telling the truth and staying consistent, even if it's not sexy. And I know it ain't sexy, but you have to do it if you want to be in the business of change, in the business of moving forward, in the business of getting more clients, and for people to actually trust you. Now, 79% of people say that authenticity is why they buy, but most can't define it. Can you believe that? So they know that if when they see it, they feel it. Wow. Isn't that incredible that only 79% say that if they know it, they can feel it. Ooh, that tells you a lot of information, right? So it's like the person that brags on LinkedIn. And they're bragging and they're saying they're really humble because they got another beautiful award. And if you have announced it, is it even real? Like, so what? Really? I'm just gonna leave it there. Clients don't need to be, or they're not actually asking for you to be perfect. They need you to be completely honest, reliable, and real. And before I let you go, let me say this. Trust isn't the cherry on the top. It is the whole entire enchilada and recipe. Because if people don't trust you, they won't click. They won't book. Won't even tell their friends. And if you're still sitting there wondering why things feel slow, why people ghost, why that launch didn't actually land the way that I wanted it, it's probably not because of your logo or the name of your brand, or it's not about your pricing. It's not even about your timing. It is actually trust and fixing that, and the rest starts moving again. Trust isn't something that you actually ask for. It's something that you actually prove. So you do it quietly and you do it consistently and without, begging for it. If you're not doing that, someone else will. It's as simple as that. If you want to continue listening to stories like this in your inbox, make sure you subscribe to my V Dailies. The link is in the description, and I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye bye.